Hello again, and this time I'm actually going to be doing the story time instead of what I did last time, which was essentially explaining this. Anyway, in a land nearby the Goiki Canal, 20 objects seem to enjoy their location. Today, we shall be joining them. It appears Match and Pencil are playing one of their favorite games, despite how mean it is. It was a game about golf ball. I never really understood it. Obviously they did, but I didn't. I guess I was just an oddball of everyone. Anyway, Ice Cube came over as they continued their cruel game and told them, well, it was mean. Is essentially what happened. What are you guys doing? We're playing golfy. Want to join? No! It's mean! Golf ball isn't to be shown that mean. You guys are not nice. Oh, shut up. We know what, we're doing. Because, just so you know, the whole thing is now switched over to Pencil. Besides, golf ball's so lazy. I highly doubt golf ball will even notice. I'm pretty sure golf ball's going to notice eventually. This was Bubble, who was an interesting character. Despite how poppable she or he was, doesn't really matter, they're objects. But they were very coordinated. They were very good at that. Being able to use their light weight to their advantage in practically everything. What's going on over here? It was Flower. Look, it's the bug fearer. And the both of them laughed. Both Pencil and Match. Flower frowned and said, "Hey, that's not nice." Says the person who's afraid of bugs. The two of them continued to laugh. I'm going, said Flower, somewhat upset about these comments, mainly because of how rude they were. Look what you just did there, said Bubble, pointing at Flower, who was still pouting and walking away. Yeah, that was not nice at all, you two. Boop. Ah, great. Who popped Bubble? But he was behind them, chuckling to himself, holding Needle, who wasn't too happy in being used as a weapon. Woody, why did you do that? I thought we were on good terms. You're a bubble, something that's easily destroyed. Besides, I'm in the mood to hurt someone right now, so don't blame me. Well, don't use me as your weapon, said Needle, essentially getting out of Woody's hand and walking away. Fine then, I'll get Penny. Obviously, Pen did not hear her name, but she was grabbed anyway. Hey, let go of me, Woody, said Pen. Nah, I'm gonna use you, Penny. You don't call me Penny, said Pen angrily, kicking Woody in the face, making herself go flying. In the air, Snowball, who was being greatly cautious, was using a hang glider and dodged Pen. Unhappily, though, his little glider got torn and he crashed into the mountain nearby. And so Woody, just taking a nap. Not Woody, Rocky, just taking a nap. Snowball thought for a moment, thinking what would happen if he woke her up. Decided it wasn't worth it to wake her up, but Flower was nearby. and said, "Rocky, wake up!" And she shook him. Rocky woke him and said, "Hey, Flower, let go!" kicking her. "Sorry?" said Flower, obviously startled. Snowball didn't want to get into any more confirmation with these two and wandered down the rest of the mountain. Farther away, however, still fairly close, two other objects, a fire and a coin, began to get into a minor fight. "Coiny, you're so easy to kick," said Fiery, smiling. And kicking commenced. Golf Ball was nearby, simply just taking a nap. But he wasn't completely in sleep yet, so when Spongy arrived, it woke him up. And Spongy simply said, "You two you fight every time you're in contact with one another. And Golf Ball, wake up. You're asleep 90% of the time." Golf Ball just looked up and went back to his nap. As time went on, nothing really major else happened. However, over somewhere else, Eraser and Pen were having a short conversation about how they'd like to get away from some of the characters. "You know, it would be awesome if we could get away from them all. Like, a little abode for our own self-conscious," said Pen. "Yeah," said Eraser. "That sounds awesome. I would do anything to get away from Spongy, Leafy, or even those two annoyances that were Match and Pencil." "I agree," said Pen, and the two of them smiled. Then the announcer appeared and said, "Wouldn't you have it, but they're currently building the Island of Paradise." And obviously, he explained. "Ooh, I wonder, how much does it cost?" asked Pen. "Nothing at all, not even a single dime," said the announcer. "Then me and Eraser will take this gorgeous beauty." "But what about everyone else?" asked the announcer. "They want it too." "I wouldn't give it up for anything. Besides, that island's as good as ours anyways." "But you can't just choose," said the announcer. "Instead, we will have a competition." "Why?" asked Pen. "Because it is probably the easiest way." "Why don't we just do rock, paper, scissors?" asked Pen. "Shut up," said the announcer. And everyone was quickly brought over to a new location, a balance beam of sorts. Everyone looked around and saw that the whole challenge was to stay on top as long as possible. The announcer said go, and essentially everyone began doing their own things. Bubble, obviously still annoyed about earlier, went over to Woody and asked what he was doing earlier. Woody sighed and just said, "I was just in the mood to hurt somebody." "Twice?" asked Bubble. "Yeah, twice. But I'm gonna go for a triple," grabbing Pen again. "Woody, let go of me," she said in a very angry tone. She did not like being called Penny, and the fact that she was called Penny anyway was fairly annoying to her. "Shut up, Penny," said Woody. "Will you shut up? I do not like that nickname." She kicked Woody into the water, in turn making herself fly into the water. Over Over on the side, Leafy was simply looking around. And then he began to smirk. He immediately began kicking off other players. Blocky being one of the first. And then he also tried pushing over Spongy, who was too heavy to push. Spongy tried explaining how his weight was very important, and then Golf Ball just fell off because he was in a nap. Spongy got a bit too distracted by this, and Leafy was able to push him from behind, but in turn making himself fall down as well. I don't know their genders, I'm just going to call them he, she whenever I want. Now it was up to the last characters. Flower was still up, and so were Bubble, Tennis Ball, and a few others. By now, practically everyone was down. The only characters left were, in fact, Flower, Bubble, Tennis Ball, and Ice Cube. Ice Cube smiled over at Tennis Ball, who was simply looking across, mumbling to himself. That, of course, made Ice Cube want to kick him off, since they were, in fact, the last four. Ice Cube began running up to Tennis Ball and kicked him off, but because of how close he was to the edge, Ice Cube also fell off. Simply out of curiosity, Flower got up and asked Bubble if they wanted to do rock, paper, scissors. Bubble accepted and they played a few games, being practically bored. Flower called out to the announcer and asked, is there only supposed to be one that wins? The announcer obviously had noticed that everyone else was off the board by now. Most of them being kicked off by Leafy, because Leafy enjoyed his special space. Oh, said the announcer. Well then, you two win the competition. Wait, we get Dream Island? Asked Flower in a very confused tone. No, said the announcer. You two will be choosing the teams for the next competition and the many competitions to continue. Wondrous, said Bubble, not very happy. Anyway, I wonder how you guys enjoyed that. Obviously, there will be no elimination of sorts in this, because why not? Actually, yeah, let's go with eliminations. But since this is obviously the first episode and all that's going on right now is teams, you guys can go ahead and look at this roster, as eventually this will become way more important in the future. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Next time, there will be voting. Oh, and I'll also use this blank paper that has Evil Leafy on it. Evil Leafy / Leafy thing. I don't know what I made you for. Anyway, see ya.